What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video, and I just had to come back to my grandma's house, y'all, which is no longer here no more. And I just want y'all to understand how important it is to just like try to keep your family home in the family. You know, my grandma unfortunately had 12 kids, so I have a big family. I have a lot of aunts and uncles, so when they passed away, like the house was in everybody's name, and like everybody was being so selfish, they didn't want to sign it over to one person. So the state ended up taking it for like property taxes and stuff like that, and they ended up knocking it down, so it's no longer here. So we gonna get into it, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of the neighborhood, and you know, and hopefully coming back, not having a place to come back to, where you grew up at. Like, it's so many memories around here, y'all. I had to like do this video. So this is it. It was 1104. That's 1106. That's 1102. This is the area, y'all, and it's crazy because now that I'm older, it looks so small. Like when I was younger, y'all, we had like the house was here. It was one floor, but it was made like a circle, and you can go like around the back on each side. We had a gate in the back, and as y'all can see, we was right in front of the projects. Like the projects stop right there, and the houses stop right here, and they go all the way back there. So this house, y'all, it was a lady named Miss Sarah that used to stay right there, and she was like my best friend. And it's kind of weird because for me to be like 10 years old, I didn't have like a lot of friends. So I used to go next door to this lady house, and I used to watch her granddaughter. I used to love her so much. Oh my God, like we used to drink coffee together. Like she had me watching Lifetime, y'all, at 12 years old, drinking coffee, eating Sunday side up eggs. I miss her so much. And this was the Candle Lady house. Now, if you don't have a Candle Lady in your hood, in your area, you ain't from the hood, okay? This was Miss Della's house, y'all. She just recently passed away a couple of months ago, and it's crazy because I know that lady was like in her 80s. She was like in her 80s, and she used to sell like icebergs. Y'all call them frozen cups, but we call them icebergs. So we used to have to come around here and go through like, it's like an opening in the gate. Oh my God, it's so many memories right here. It's the opening of the gate. We had to go in right there. She used to sell Snickers, all types of candy, chips, like all of that. And I actually used to ride my bike right here all the time. My aunt used to be like, don't go in the projects. Girl, we right in front. Girl, we right in front of the projects. How I'm not gonna go in the projects? She used to be like, don't ride your bike in the project. So I used to ride my bike right this way. That's the gate. We had to go through that door. Oh my God. And it's crazy because I saw her granddaughter in the store a couple of months ago, and I was asking how Miss Della was doing. And she was telling me, you know, she was getting sick and stuff. And I was like, I'm coming to see her. Y'all, tell me why the next week the lady died. And I just felt so bad. I was like, man, I wish I would have went when I was talking about it. So I used to ride my bike down here, y'all, and I ride around in the parking lot right there. And I remember it was some girls that stayed right there in that apartment on the end, and they used to try to fight me because I used to ride my bike with no hands. Like, they used to be hating for nothing. Look at this. I want to go through the back so bad. I don't want to walk through there though. But yeah, y'all, it's just crazy. We used to have so much fun. It was the store like straight up here, straight up there that we used to walk to. And yeah, y'all, the church right here at the corner was like free. We called it free to beat it. And they would give away like free food, like the donuts, the shape up cups and stuff like that. Y'all know how they do that on certain days. They'll get the kids like, you know, free food and stuff. We had to go down those stairs right there, and it was like a little cafeteria or kitchen. Man, so many memories. So y'all, every time I ride down the street, I get so emotional because, you know, for you to have 12 kids, and like I said at the beginning, everybody was being like kind of selfish and didn't want to sign it over, right? So at the end of the day, nobody ended up getting a house, okay? So it ended up being sold and torn down. And my mom, after a while, she did like some research because it was sold illegally. So she did some research. Oh my God. She did some research and found, you know, a lawyer that was able to help her get the money back from the proceeds or whatever they made from selling the land, because of course the house was torn down, so they sold the land. So she found a lawyer, and you know, they helped her get the money back, and all my aunts and uncles had to come down and sign like this paper, and everybody got like a check. So my aunts and uncles who passed away, our money had went to their kids. Oh my God, so many memories. Like my best friend used to live right across the street, y'all. Over there, it was a pink house. Like they redone so much. I'm not sure which one it was. I I think it's the one with that. Yep, it's the one with that little fence right there. It was pink though. They redid it. But y'all, look how close we is to the projects. This is so weird. Like, it was so much space, like, growing up. I used to walk. It was like a cut right here and a big tree. Where the big tree at? It was like a big tree that was right here that we used to like make swings and, you know, little rides for us. But look how close we is to the projects. Like, the projects is right here. And you know, when I used to do like my fundraisers for school and stuff, I just walk down to the houses right here, and I go all the way down the street to the church, and like just knock on people's doors. And this church right here, y'all, I never went to, but like back in, what's that, the 90s or the early 2000s, the late 90s, they had like these little things right here, and I used to swing on them. It was like little poles, and it had like a rope chain on each side, and I was so small, I remember coming down here to like swing on it. So yeah, y'all, it's so important to try to keep your family home, like in your home, or you know, in your family. I'm talking about in your home, like in your family, because me being like in my early 30s now, I would love to have somewhere to come back and just be like, oh my God. I remember I used to mark my height, like in my room. I used to mark my height. And look, projects right here again, right in front of the projects. I used to like mark my height, y'all. And I remember when my grandma passed and my aunt had got custody of me, I had the house just started like falling apart. Like, it was an old house, so the floors were like wood. You know, it was made up of like cheap shit. You know, wooden floors. Like, when the last time y'all seen a house with wooden floors? In a minute, right? That's how old the house was. But my grandpa used to build, you know, build walls. He redid the porch. He built like 2 outhouses in the back. You know, this was back when men was like really men, like handed men. Like, my grandma didn't do nothing but stay at home and watch the kids. Like, I don't ever remember her working, you know, when I was younger. And so once they passed away, like, the house just started falling apart. It was like holes and shit in the ceiling. Like, sometimes when it used to rain, it used to leak, and we had to use like buckets and like pails and stuff to like catch the rain, because it started, you know, getting bad. And then it started molding like really, really bad. So we ended up having to move to the projects, which are these projects, but it's a different set. These are the bottom ones, and there's some up a hill too. So we ended up moving up the hill. But when we moved to the projects up the hill, Mosby projects, I was about maybe 14, 15. And the house was still here, y'all. The house was still here. So I used to walk down the hill. I'm going to show y'all the hill when I leave. I used to walk down the hill and come to just visit the house because it was boarded up and vacant. And I used to be able to still get in. Like, I would come through like a boarded window, you know, just to have those memories. Like, just to walk through and be like, this was my room. The bathroom was still there. Like, the kitchen, like, everything looked a mess. Like, even the kitchen sink, like, had got to a point where it started sinking in through the floor because, like I said, the floors was like wooden floors. So it was just in a bad condition. Like, we couldn't continue to stay here. So my aunt had ended up moving up the hills to the projects. So I just, you know, I just missed it. Like, I missed my grandma. I missed like having all my cousins here because me and my cousins was raised like sisters and brothers. Like, we was always together. So when I used to come down here, even though it was vacant, and like climb through the window, you know, it just gave me like a feeling of home. You know, it just gave me something to look back at. And when it got knocked down, I had rolled through here, and I like really cried because it's like all those memories just was gone. Like, I remember being so young, like 5, coming over here, my mama bringing me over here. All my aunts and uncles was running back smoking weed. My uncle used to get out here and like fireworks. You know, we used to do like the fire. And I'm looking at it now like, I don't know how we was able to do this in this space, y'all. Just, it looked so fucking small right now, for real. And like, even now, thinking about it and thinking back and thinking about everything, like, it's kind of making me emotional because everything that I knew is like gone. Everything is just gone, like the house. And it got to a point like when I used to come down here when it was vacant, y'all, the whole fucking back porch was gone. Whole fucking porch gone. Like, when you come to the door, because the back door, I can't show y'all, but the back door was kind of like this house right here. Y'all can't see that? But anyway, it had like stairs, and it was like a smaller back porch. It had like stairs. So it was just the back door, and when you look down, you could just jump off of that bitch. Like, it was no steps, no porch, no nothing. Like, that's how bad the house started falling apart. You know, and even though it had got to a point where it was like real raggedy, like, it still was like grandma's house. You know, I still remember where she used to sit at in the front, her favorite chair, and it just made me emotional. But we gonna get in the truck, and I'm gonna take y'all around to, you know, just around the back area. We gonna see. But it's just so important, y'all, to keep y'all family houses in the family, for real. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna take y'all around the street real quick and just show y'all like a little bit of the back part. And like how close that we was, well, yeah, how close that we were to the projects. And I don't have my tripod, y'all, so bear with me when it comes to that. But also, y'all, where I was walking at, it's a school, it's a middle school right there. But even though I'm a block away from that middle school, my aunt did not let me go there. Like, she made me go to a middle school that was more towards the houses back that way. And it was like 20 blocks away when this school right here. She just didn't want me to be as close to the projects, especially like going to school with all the kids, you know. I guess that's why. But yeah, so let me show y'all the middle school. Y'all should have saw it like in the other clip, but here's the school right here. So this where we was walking at, right, with Miss Della house. This the parking lot I used to ride around in. Look at the, well, I can't say playground. It's like something you just climb on. But this was the middle school right here, y'all. And y'all see how close it is to where the house was? Like a block away. I literally could have walked to school. But instead, I had to walk 2 blocks up the opposite way, back that way, to another bus stop to go to a different school in Churchill. So yeah, that was the middle school. They have redone it. since then. But yeah, so these the projects, y'all. And one thing about our projects in Richmond, these bitches made like igloos, like in the inside, y'all, like it's brick. Like, you know how you go to, that's the store we used to walk to all the time. This when they was taking paper food stamps, y'all. My aunt used to send me to the store with like paper food stamps, and I used to go in there and get like 4 bags of chips for $1. It was like a little restaurant. It was a family-owned, black-owned restaurant right there called, I think it was called Grandma's or something, I forgot. But that sweet and tangy chicken chunks used to be smacking. But the father, the owner, ended up passing away and the son took over. So I guess he ended up selling the land and the business. They knocked it down. And yeah, so that was that. So this the hill I was telling y'all about. This the hill that we moved up. So I'm gonna turn in here so y'all can see. So I used to walk up and down this hill, y'all, when I used to come to my grandma's house. Because like I said, I just wanted those memories. Like, you know, my grandma passed away in that house. Like, I have a couple of family members that passed away in that house. And it just made me feel good to like go inside and just have those memories and just like sit with myself. So these the projects we moved to. These like the projects too. They are apartments, but they still projects really, because they based on your income. My mom stayed up there, and this is where we moved to. And like I said, when we moved up here, I was like 14, 15. So this is like really where I started to like learn a little bit more about Ratchetness. My school bus stop was right here on the corner, and this is Red Street. So yeah, y'all, I ran these projects so much, like ran these streets. Like this was back in the days where I was doing a lot of shit that I shouldn't have been doing. Tried pills. I started smoking weed around here. They had like a lot of parties, like project parties, you know, for the teenagers and young adults. So we would just like go to the parties. We'll be drinking underage, like smoking, like doing all types of shit. Yeah. Look, police riding through here now. You better stay in here. So this is where we stay on Accommodation Street. Right in front this green truck right there. We stay right here. And y'all know what's crazy? Y'all remember when I told y'all about the girl that tried to fight me because I was riding down there with no hands? Why? Oh, the window is filthy, y'all. Let me roll it down. Y'all, why when I moved right here, well, when we moved right here, they was staying right next door, y'all. So we was in 1961, they was 1959. Ain't that crazy? So when I moved here, they was already staying here. And we ended up becoming close friends. Like, one of the sisters, it was 2 sisters. One of them ended up being my best friend. We used to ride the bikes around here all the time. My aunt used to stay right here in a little square. She used to have like a lot of project parties, make her Creeping Peter. And my other aunt stayed right there and ended up moving. So y'all, it's just like, really, this is like my second home. But like I say, inside the projects, it's like igloos. They like bricks. And my room was like right on top of the door. So y'all, when I turned 16, I started sneaking out to smoke weed. So I would climb out my window to my friend's window. Her brother's room was right there. And she thought that I was sneaking out to see boys. But girl, I was sneaking out to smoke some weed, okay? I was not fast like that. I was too scared, y'all. I was, you know, not as fast as other kids. This was another one of my bus stops right here on the corner when I started going to high school. But yeah, y'all, that's it. So again, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all a little background of why it's important to keep Granny's house in the family. Because it gives your children and your children's children something to come back to. Like, isn't it, it'll be like a good feeling if I could just take my kids to my grandma's house. Like, this used to be my room. You know, this where I stayed. Like, this how tall I was. I used to come here and do this. We used to go outside, make mud pies. And I can't even do that. You know, when I bring them here, it's like nothing but fucking land. You know, that's not even ounce anymore. It was sold. So, I just hope that this video can help somebody see how important it is to try our best to pay them property taxes. So that your kids can have something to look back on, and not only that, so that you can come back and be like, man, I've come such a long way. That's another store right there on the corner, y'all can't see. And also, y'all, right here, right there where I just came out at, my cousin got killed. It was a double murder right there. Rest his soul, rest in peace, Hargrove. I miss him so much. He was like the man of the family. Like, once my grandpa and, like, you know, my oldest uncle passed, Juwan was like the man of the family, like the oldest man. He loved his family, and honestly, he died for his family right there at that corner. But when he got killed right there, we had already moved. So it was still sad, you know. That's why I don't even go around there now. I don't even like to go around there, because now it's like negative memories. But maybe I'll do a more detailed video about that one day. But yeah, y'all, pay them property taxes, keep them houses in the family, you know, to educate your kids, to have the memories for yourself, and just, you know, to have something to reflect on, to see how far you came. Like, that shit is so important. You know, and here I am in my 30s, and like doing it just took me back to a place in my childhood where I just had so many memories, you know. So hopefully this video helps somebody. I'm gonna end it right there. I don't want to make it too long, but until next time, catch y'all in the next video.